When graphing a linear inequality, something like this, the first thing I want to mention is it's really pretty helpful to have it in y equals mx plus b form, which you hopefully remember from Algebra 1. So we're going to take some steps to get this y all by itself, and then we'll deal with the fact that this is an inequality and not an equation and how that changes things. But if I want to isolate the y, I would start, doing PEMDAS in reverse. So this 4x, it's got to go. I'll subtract a 4x from both sides of this inequality. This side they cancel. These guys are not like terms, so we end up with 3y is more than, I'm going to write this as negative 4x plus 12. And then we're going to go ahead and divide everything by 3 so we can finish getting that y by itself. And another reminder with these inequalities, if I were dividing by a negative number, then this would flip directions. It'd be, instead of a greater than, it'd be a less than. But I'm not doing that here. This 3 is positive. So if I divide by 3 and divide by 3 and divide by 3, we end up with y is more than negative 4/3 x. So we know our slope is negative 4/3 plus 12 divided by 4 makes, 12 divided by 3 makes 4. So this could be our first point. It'll be a 4 on the y-axis. And that's actually because, I just want to point this out, you learned that that's just what the y-axis is, but I want to mention that, like, if you were to make x equal 0, then y would be 4/3 times 0 plus 4. 4/3 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. So if x is 0, y is going to equal 4, and that's why we have the point 0, 4. And then this is our slope. So from this point, I can either think of this as negative 4 over positive 3. So I can go down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3 to here. Or I can go think of the 4 as positive and the 3 as negative. So I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over to the left 1, 2, 3. And either way, they're in the same line. But because this is strictly greater than, I kind of want to draw my line as if, like, with something similar to what I might do with an open circle. We call it an open line. It's going to be a dotted line, like that. So when technically these should be open circles too, but no one's going to nail you to the wall for that one. So I'm going to draw in my dotted line through these points, best I can. And then as far as shading goes, since it's saying y is more than, and if you think about this, this is my y-axis here. Which way is this going more than? Well, as you go up, y is getting greater. So we're going to shade above this line. So if I'm doing Alex, I'm going to tell Alex to draw this dotted line through these points. I'm going to tell it to shade this stuff. I don't think that's very visible. I'm going to shade all this stuff up here. This is where y is more than, as I go up. Just to really drive the point home, let's put a nice dark blue on this. This is the way, this is the way that y goes up. So we're shading all this. So I hope that makes, so basically you're graphing lines the way you've always graphed lines. We just have to make the decision if it's going to be a solid line or a dotted line. And then if this is more than, we're shading up above the line. If it's less than, we're shading down. Now that also, I should point out, last thing, that only works if you have it, if you have that y isolated. So anyway, if you have questions about that, try the next example, see how it goes. Try a few examples in Alex, look at your mistakes if you make any, and then try to ask me some questions if it's still not going well. Okay.